everyone. I'm Betty.
I'm Sue.
We're the Smith sisters.
Well, today we're going to do a little pre-Thanksgiving, just different approaches to Thanksgiving, and I'll give you some options. I'd like to also introduce Phineas Pheasant, who's come out at this time of year to be with us. I know this is going to be such a different Thanksgiving. I know many families that aren't getting together. It's so sad, but it's just what some people can do and what they can't. We are going to have our family together, but anyway, we're coming to the table today. Betty and I are pretty old school, so we'll probably be doing things the old-fashioned way. We're celebrating the day before Thanksgiving at Betty's son and daughter-in-law's, but most of our family will be there.
And that's always so much fun. We have to tell you that when we can get all of our kids together and our grandkids together, they laugh, they giggle, they play games. It warms our hearts.
We've come to the table today with a couple of different options and ways to do gravy. I think gravy just scares the daylights out of everyone.
Mm-hmm. And potatoes. Another option to do potatoes as well.
Right.
Which one do you want to start with?
Well, I have many options here, and please believe that they're all very tasty, and you can add more broth, wine, rosemary, bay, just spike it all up a bit. We're starting out, I'm going to show you Heinz, which is good, and I think you just add water to this, and it'll be a tasty little bowl of gravy. Here is Knorr. Knorr, of course, is a fine Swiss product. And again, this is just water, a cup and a quarter. But you could add wine, you could add broth, you could, as I said,
or the drippings.
The drippings of the turkey, always, and all of these. Now, Betty picked this up at Trader Joe's on the other day, and I don't know, does this just the way...
It doesn't, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You can just pour it and heat it up.
It's ready to...
But again, you can add drippings, you can add wine, you can add to make the flavor a little more on any of those.
And this is the one that so many people talk about. And this is just a big old can of gravy, and it's from Gordon Food Service. And I think probably every restaurant you've eaten in Michigan that has gravy, turkey gravy being served, is coming from Gordon's. But it's very, very popular. Again, you could put this in a pan, add more broth, more whatever to make a bigger batch or another can. Of course, you can always do gravy the old-fashioned way, making a roux and
doing it right at the end. There's also one that I'm going to include will be make-ahead gravy that you can make up to 2 or 3 days ahead. And basically you're just making the roux with some chicken broth or turkey broth. Then when the drippings are done, then you add that in. It's already thickened, very thick at that point. When you add the drippings, it thins it out just right, and it's a beautiful way of doing it.
And by the way, a roux. A roux is grease, butter, and flour done into a paste, and then you add, let that cook the gravy up a bit, and then you add whatever liquid you're using to make the thickened product. So
make sure when you're using this or making your own that you're tasting it. Salt and pepper are very important.
Yes, salt is very important, even though people like
to. Too salty. I have had some of this that I thought was too salty. Just throw a raw peeled potato in it. It will suck up some of that salt.
Well, that's the gravy. Now we'll get to what we can go under it. Of course, there's nothing like 5, 10, or 20 pounds of peeled russet and boiled potatoes to make mashed potatoes. But we've just found out, and maybe the rest of the world's known, this Idahoan instant, I guess the old days we'd have called them instant mashed potatoes, and you add milk and then butter, whatever, and I've had some, and I'm a purist. They are delicious. So here, working mothers, busy women, whoever's preparing your Thanksgiving dinner, put this in your repertoire.
And you can buy these in individual packages like this for serves 2 or 3 people. That is wonderful too. We come from the thing of peeling the potato and doing it, but this is a very good one for
a good way to go.
do.
So
we will also include in this how to make potatoes ahead, mashed potatoes. Make them 2 or 3 days ahead. Put them in your crock pot. Put them in your refrigerator. Thanksgiving morning, you pull them out and heat them up. That's another good one, and that's using russets, and we'll include that one.
Well, let's talk a bit about the turkey, and of course, that's a personal decision of whatever turkey you choose and whatever size you choose. I lost one of my dearest friends a few months ago, and her daughter's doing Thanksgiving for maybe one of the first times, not maybe the first. And so as a gift, Betty and I have offered to prepare Kelly's turkey for her. So what we're going to do is the day before we'll take it to her. She lives a few miles away. We're going to use the roasting bag, Reynolds roasting bag, and they are slick and foolproof. So we're going to take it to her on Tuesday. We're going to clean it all up. And when we say clean it all up, do not use soap. That's what my mother sent to me when we lived in Germany, and I wrote and said, how do I do a turkey for Thanksgiving? She said, do not use soap, but you need to clean the inside of it. You need to clean the outside of it. Cleaning it, washing it, rinsing it, washing it, rinsing it. Then pat it dry good. Then we're going to put butter, onion, lemon, all that in the cavity. And then
with a lot of seasoning. We'll butter the outside of it, the skin with a lot of butter and seasoning. Then we'll put it in the bag,
which calls for a tablespoon of flour in the bag. Then we'll slide it in the bag and tie it up, and rush it to her for her to put it in her.
Well, that will be on Tuesday, and she will bring it out on Thursday, out of her refrigerator, and just pop it in the oven.
So.
And then it's done ahead of time, and she's all ready.
That's our gift to her in memory of her mom, Lois, that we miss so much. So now I read a little thing this morning about should you have appetizers at Thanksgiving dinner.
I saw that too.
And it sort of depends. Of course, it's up to you can do anything you darn want. But they're recommending that, if there's 2 or 3 hours before your dinner, some light hors d'oeuvres or appetizers would be good. Always on our appetizer table, Betty makes a good, what we all call an old relish tray with pickles and olives, and the kids all laugh at it and then they eat it up. But something light like that, just to munch on, not any heavy cream cheesy hot dips and that sort of thing.
Unless you're getting together more than 3 or 4 hours before you eat. Otherwise, you've cooked all day in the kitchen, sweat over that stove, and you bring it out and everybody's full and they just kind of look at it.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the other thing is, no matter what you do, they eat in 5 minutes and then they are full, and that they've worked for days and talked for weeks about this dinner. So, but anyway, that's
us, Suzanne. Yeah. We talk about it for months and work on it for days. To sit at the table to wait and hear everyone say how wonderful it is.
Exactly. Well, okay. I hope that you've enjoyed some of these hints, and we look forward to being with you soon. I'm Sue.
I'm Betty.
We're the Smith sisters.